Hi, welcome to Get Personal Finance. Today I will be reacting to another video, CNBC retiring early on $870,000 in Arizona. It's a series called Millennial Money. All right, let's play this video.
And that I just could not spend the rest of my life sitting in front of a computer, working 10 to 12 hours a day, writing computer code or fixing problems. I just couldn't do that.
We figured out we needed to save between $800,000 and $900,000 as long as we kept our lifestyle pretty minimal and did some big changes like moved into our Airstream and were able to keep our monthly expenses down to a minimum. It also included more normal things like cutting our restaurant budget way down. I think at one point we're down to at max $50 a month combined for anything outside of the house. We tracked all of our groceries, we got rid of all of our subscriptions that we weren't actually using.
We decided that we wanted early retirement more than we wanted some of the nicer things in life that other people might want to spend money on.
Nothing like personal finance where you have a partner, right? Yes, it's something that's personal to you, but when you have a partner or you have a team around you to help you, having your partner share, that shares your values, that also has the same vested interest, has the same goal as you do, it makes things so much easier. I mean, it's something I learned from my dad. He said when you do get married, it's no longer about you, it's about we and us. Imagine if you're married with your partner and you're the only one that feels this way, so or has this goal that you're committed to, which is early retirement, it wouldn't work well. One of the things they said that I guess it's similar to my finance that I've shared before, once you're able to start saving about 70% of your income, you're definitely well on your way. That means that you have so much, you have a good control of your finance and that you have so much excess that you can save. Because most people, as you know, they're living paycheck to paycheck. So they're barely saving, any percentage, let alone 10 or 20%. But if you can start to save 70%, that's when you know you can really free yourself.
As a married couple, we have a combined checking account as well as savings account. We keep everything together. That makes it simple for us. So we talk about every single purchase. We agree on everything that we spend money on, and it's very easy. Usually, Courtney is the one who is managing the day-to-day, and I use that term loosely because there's just not that much to manage. We have a grand total of $0 in debt.
Yes.
So that includes our groceries, our restaurants, and also one of the most important things in our day, happy hour.
Our happy hours.
Yeah.
We enjoy those.
I don't know why people have to think that, for me to be successful, I have to have this, and that. It's coming from some other source or somehow it's marketed, but they're very conscious about understanding how they use finance to personalize their own quality of life goals. And so what's great about them is they know their numbers. It's something that I talk all the time on this channel, and I tell my clients the same thing. It's hard to make financial decisions that are based on numbers, and obviously it's driven by our emotions, right? But it's really important to know what our numbers are so we can make those decisions and work with someone that they can also look at the numbers, because that's something that's very tangible. I cannot begin to share with you how many examples that I see from my friends and people I associate with, as well as me, where other people are telling me what they think is best for me or how I should do certain things. And thank goodness I stuck to my principles, my planning, and having faith that it's going to work out.
Despite the salary of a full-time job, I really don't miss much about that lifestyle. For me, early retirement is definitely worth it. To handle the pressure of saving a lot to retire early, you have to be okay with making some sacrifices, but yet your life can't feel like a sacrifice.
If you think about it as what you're gaining, like if you have that vision of the future, we used to take a walk every night with our dogs in Tucson and discuss like where we were at and how things were going and what we could see our future being like, and traveling in the Airstream. And having that like end goal and talking about it and keeping it in mind really made it so that it didn't actually feel like we were sacrificing.
All right. Well, congratulations to them. I mean, what a great example of living the American dream and being out of the rat race of just every day spinning your wheels or going in circles. But they really accomplished something that they're very proud of. If there's one thing I've learned when I got involved in my profession was, at first I thought like there was a very clear idea of a successful person. And as I work with more and more clients, I realize that's not at all the case. I mean, really a person's financial success is really driven by their values, driven by like theirs, and knowing like how much is enough, right? We got to ask ourselves that question, because is it $100,000 a year in income enough? Is it $1 million in savings enough? Is it $10 million in savings enough? That's really important. And so it's all of these things are like little pieces of the puzzle that makes up your own personalized financial plan, right? So it's just so cool to see this, because at the end of the day, they have all the attributes of financial success. They get to have their own hours. They get to choose to go when they want to. They don't stress over finances. They live within their means where money is not a stress factor for them. They're happy together. At the end of the day, I think when all is said and done, however much money we have, if we're not happy with with our spouse, with our life partner, then it's all meaningless. And not just that, but they have a bright, great future outlook on life as well too. That's what it's all about. I find people that may have a lot of money, but they're not like this couple where they have a great forward positive outlook. They're not happy together. They don't have a great household, right? Then it's, in my opinion, it's all for naught, right? And that's one of the things I've learned too in my career was I thought it was very simply, hey, you have X amount of money, that's it. Everything else falls into place. No, not at all, right? So it's, yeah, this is such a great video. And one of the things that he said that is so great, he talked about his house being recession-proof and off the grid, but the word he uses is recession-proof. Your retirement savings or your financial plan should be recession-proof. That's when you know that you're, in my opinion, like you begin to make it. You're in a great financial position where you don't owe the bank or credit card companies things where your loyalty is or I guess you're bounded by, you got to pay your mortgage, you got to pay Visa, American Express, whatever credit card lender that card provider you have. It's an awesome feeling, and so yeah, that's a great way to describe it. But obviously, mine is very recession-proof. So that's how I have time to do something like this as a passion project, pursue this as a passion project, and volunteer and give back, and be more there for my family. So and to have time to think creatively and think, and just detox. It's amazing. I mean, I count my blessings. I mean, I'm so grateful. Another thing they said that's really important is this idea of sacrifice. It's people think sacrifice, it's kind of like, okay, like I'm gonna lose this arm for this arm. Like, not that level of sacrifice. I think at the end of the day, it's just choice, right? It's I don't see it as an extra step. They choose their life this way purposefully, and that's it. We may see it as, oh, they sacrificed this for that, or no, it's just, that's just their choice. And so good for them, right? I don't know, for some reason we have these ideas of our version of success, and we project that onto other people or them in the video, and we say, oh wow, they give up all this for that. One, we are not them, and for them, I see that they don't have that feeling of a sacrifice like what they're saying, because this is their conscious choice. They consciously planned it out and thought about it, and here they are living it. And so I don't see sacrifice. I see clear choices. They made a choice there, and that's it. It's not like, and I think maybe they're talking about if there's an opportunity cost where they could have made more money instead of having less money. But again, look how happy they are. Then there's the other trade-off where they can make a lot more money, but they're unhappy and they're frustrated. And they don't feel like they have a purposeful life, then what's the point, right? So, one of the things I've learned when it comes to planning is sometimes kind of begin with the end in mind, right? That gives us a good perspective. Is is that the ending that you want, right? Think in that term. So if making more money and doing more of what they were doing in their career, would that really make them happy? Then if it isn't, then they got to modify that goal so it does end up with the result that they want, right? So that's really important. So yeah, sacrificing, again, I don't see, there's always trade-off, right? I think the word sacrifice is a little strong, but they bring up a good point, and it's a good point for us to reflect and think about too, and personalize it to our planning. But from my perspective, it's just that's the choice they made, and that's it. I don't think they're, because I'm projecting, my ideas, or you're projecting your ideas onto them, and you may think they're sacrificing, but no, I think they have it together. I think we might be the ones that have it all wrong, right? So anyway, something to think about. But what a great video. I really enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video for more topics for us to discuss about.